Welcome everyone, I'm Gina. I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to be working on the stability ball, an introduction to the stability ball. This is a great way to be working our deeper core muscles on the unstable surface that this provides. It's also a nice alternative to laying on your back on the mat, which we do a lot of times in Pilates. So if you're new to Pilates, this is a great way to get in touch with your deeper core muscles. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin in a neutral spine. And the neutral spine is just the natural curvatures of our spine. So we want to maintain that. Oftentimes we drop this way or this way, and that creates stress in our back for our discs and puts tension on them. So just sitting on the unstable surface of the ball in a neutral position will work our lower abdominal muscles. Our transverse abdominis is like a big corset muscle. So just sitting here is working the core muscles if you're in a neutral spine. That's when it's nice to do. If you work at a desk during the day, you can use a ball for different periods throughout the day, and it's going to use your core muscles as long as you're not slouching backwards or forwards. Okay, first thing we're going to do is what's called a pelvic tilt. It's a posterior pelvic tilt where we go backwards and then back to neutral. This is actually an anterior pelvic tilt. We're going to avoid that. We're going to stay here on our neutral, and then we're going to draw our abs in and up like a little elevator. And we're going to pull the pubic bone forward and kind of upwards, and then back to a neutral position. So pelvic tilt, curl, and then back up to neutral. Again, pelvic tilt. So just our pelvis we want to move here. We don't want to get our neck, shoulders involved, just the pelvis. And then back up. 2 more. Remember to scoop in and upwards so that we don't collapse down. We want to protect our spine, scoop and lift. Good. From there, we can add to it. Walk your feet out a little further. So now you can do a pelvic tilt and continue into a roll down where the ball will roll forward. And now you're starting to get more of the abs and then stack back up to neutral. And then we'll go again. Pelvic tilt and then roll back and then rise back up to sitting on your sits bones. Repeat. Curl. And you want to make it a little bit more challenging. We take our hands up. We scoop and we lift upwards. And then we inhale, stack up. 2 more. And up. 1 more. And up. Back to neutral. Place your hands here on the ball. We're going to do a knee lift. For this one, we want to stay neutral, no rounding back. So exhale, lift the leg and set it down. We're not going to hold it for very long. We're just going to lift and then set it back down. Now we're using our hands here on the ball to help us as we learn this exercise. But eventually, you can take them away. So as we lift, we want to make sure that are not moving any way on our ball or with our hips or backwards. That puts stress in the spine and doesn't strengthen our muscles. This is what strengthens them. Good. And then we'll go ahead and stack our hands. So we'll do a little seated rotation. And for this, we're going to move our vertebrae, rotating them one at a time from our navel to the top of our crown of our head, right between our ears, and then back to center. And twist. And center. And twist. And last 2. 1 more. And back. Now we can go hands down and do a knee lift again. Exhale, lift, inhale down. And you can try a little bit more challenge, taking one hand up or even both hands up. Yeah. Exhale, lift. And you'll inhale down. You'll find that one side is probably easier than the other. Oftentimes that's true. If that's the case, my left is always more challenging. I'm going to do a few more on my left. So extra work on my weaker side. 2 more. 1 more. And back down. Good. Let's go into 1 more roll down here. And then back up just part way. We're going to add a twist. So hands together. You're going to rotate your spine, looking down towards the floor. Don't let the ball move. Just your spine is rotating. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center and stack on up to sitting. Let's do that again. Roll back. We'll add our twist here to the side, center, side, center. And then let's hold this one. Rotate, hold. If you want a little extra work, open your arms up and then bring them back. Go to the other side. Rotate, hold, or open together. Come back to center and then stack back up to sitting. And we'll do a little stretch here. We'll roll forward towards our feet. Keep the ball still as you breathe in, and then exhale, stack right back up. Good. We're going to take it down to the mat now. So you can lay down on your back, and we're going to bring your legs up onto the ball. So the lower legs, your calves are going to be on the ball. We'll take a breath in. We'll go into our pelvic tilt. And when we do the pelvic tilt, we don't want to push into the floor. You want to pull the pubic bone towards you with your abs. So you curl, and then your legs, your glutes can kick in and lift. Inhale here. Keep your shoulders open as you roll your spine down slowly. Back through your pelvic tilt to a neutral spine. Go again. Pelvic tilt. Curl up. Breathe in. Shoulders. My shoulders wandered around right there. I'm going to hold them open. Roll through your spine back down. Back to neutral pelvis. Again. And create this length, right? I talked about that elevator earlier. This sense of really reaching long, really using your glutes and your hamstrings, and then roll it back down. Through neutral, or through pelvic tilt to neutral. 1 more time. This time we'll hold, stay here, really working the core, squeezing the legs together and pressing down. Inhale, and then exhale. Roll it right back down. And then we'll do a little stretch. We can bring the ball all the way into the back of our legs. Hands out to the sides, and then going to the left and the right. Small little sways right here. Couple more. And back to center. You can move the ball to the side. You roll yourself to the side. Push yourself up with your hand. And we are all done. Thanks for being here today, you guys. If you liked the video, please like and please leave a comment if you have any questions. Love to hear from you.